Antonio Living, I'm Shelly Miles, and yes, it is the season to make a little extra cash, but how do you land that holiday job? Well, Marcedes Fuller is joining us this morning. He's a motivational speaker, and he is here to help us land the perfect seasonal position. It's good to see you.
Good to see you as always, Shelly.
You know, this is a perfect time. You're right, but why are the holidays so good for people who are looking to, maybe make a little extra money?
For instance, in this year, consumers are happy.
Yeah.
Consumer confidence is up, and the job market has added over 100,000 jobs versus last year this time.
Okay.
So seasonal employment is booming because the retailers need more people on their floor. They need some help behind the scenes to make logistics happen. So we need people in these part-time positions.
So where do people go to look for these kinds of jobs?
I tell people, look at the places that you frequent. Look
Okay.
at the places that you shop.
Ooh, good
Think
tip.
about the places that had the long lines last year.
Okay.
They need help.
Okay.
They need help to get those lines down. They need help to keep those stores and those retail spaces clean and organized. They need help with the shipping and the logistics overnight.
Okay.
So those jobs are out there. I tell people, go to the places where you shop. Go to the day. Go in the day. Have the conversation with the managers, the
Okay.
decision makers earlier on in the day.
Okay, and that is a great tip. So here's the thing. These are some things you should keep in mind if you're looking to land a holiday job. Number one, you say be prepared. And that means keeping everything with you, right?
Yes, have the documents with you, have the resume, because we're on a short time period as the holidays bring a time crunch. So the decision makers might have you in for an interview right then and there.
So you got to be ready while you're in there. You got to be ready to
Absolutely.
interview on the
Absolutely.
spot. Another great tip you have is having the right attitude for the season.
Right.
And you mentioned the holidays make people happy, right?
Absolutely.
So you want to be in that good mood.
Absolutely. So the people that help bring that happiness to fruition are the people in the retail spaces that we shop. They're the people in the restaurants that we eat. So think about if you're in the customer service industry, you need to have a customer service, customer friendly attitude.
Okay, absolutely. So seasonal employment processes are generally faster
Yes.
than your typical job interview. So
Right.
being prepared is very important.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's talk about you land that seasonal job and now you want to turn that into a permanent position.
Absolutely.
What information do you have for people who want to do that?
Opportunities are there to land that permanent position, but the thing that you have to keep in mind, if that's your intent, you have to go in there with that attitude. You have to go in there performing like you're trying to be there long term versus short term. Have the conversation with the managers ahead of time. Hey, I'm looking to land this job on a permanent base. Can you consider me? And what that means is your attitude and your performance have to match your expectation.
Okay.
So if you want to stay there longer, your performance has to say, hey, I'm committed, I'm loyal and dedicated to the work that we do in this organization.
Okay, what does this mean? Get permission to use your supervisors as references.
So let's say that your particular position is not one of those positions that they can keep you on longer than the holiday season.
Okay.
If you've performed well, it doesn't hurt to ask your supervisor if they can be a reference for that next job, or if they can make recommendations within the organization, so you don't have to look far outside of the organization. Maybe they know something that you don't about positions that are coming in the near future, and so use them as your reference because they've seen your work.
Okay, so here's the deal. This is all great information. This has got anybody who's ready to look for that seasonal employment ready to go. You also have a book out. It's called
Yes.
While You Were Out from Work. What's the book all about?
We talk about career transition. We talk about life transition that happens at the same time, because unfortunately sometimes when we're changing jobs, changing careers, we have a lot going on in our life. And one of those things is seasonal employment. Maybe you had a long-term job and there was a change and you had to transition, and so now you're looking for that new work. We talk about all of that, how to be successful in that life transition at the same time as being successful in your career transition.
Okay, and where can people get the book, Marcedes?
People can get it on Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, and my website, MarcedesFuller.com.
All right, it's so good to see
Good to see you, as
I
always.
feel like that is great information.
Thank you.
Don't be afraid to step outside of your box and get ready for some seasonal employment, and hopefully it'll turn into something long term. If you need a little help, if you want to flesh this out with somebody, check in with Marcedes. He is a motivational speaker and life coach. You can find out more at MarcedesFuller.com, and his phone number is there for you as well.